Gangster.
Yeah, just 2.0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's moved into a new wave. And in this way, if and when the original bloodlines come through, which would be Roman, I would think the twins will probably get back, because they're not doing a damn thing with Yeet. You know, you already see all that. What my
Hey, this is Turnbuckle King here. We here at Toxic Ring Scandal, aka KDH. Toxic Ring Scandal here. We're here talking about Rikishi elaborates on past rants about WWE booking now that main event Jey Uso's Intercontinental Champion. And we're here to talk about is Rikishi right about when Jey Uso should have won the Intercontinental Championship. You guys get the likes of as you come into the locker room. And as usual, we gonna add a dirty laundry. Now we know that Jey Uso, he has recently just won the Intercontinental Championship. He won this on Monday Night Raw, defeating Braun Breaker. And we know that a lot of people were skeptical if he was going to win this match or not. But we're glad that he is Intercontinental Champion now. We're very glad for that. And Jey Uso is well deserved. It's been 14 years since he arrived on WWE with his brother Jimmy Uso. He's been tag team champion multiple times, and now this is his first singles title in his whole career. Now we know that Rikishi, he has been complaining, a lot about the booking and everything going around with Jey Uso and how he's been booked and how he's popular as having a yeet as a saying and everything. And he wished that WWE would do more with him. He's been saying that for months. We know that, and we're glad that finally that Jey Uso was able to win the Intercontinental Championship. But it feels like even though Jey Uso is the Intercontinental Champion, even though he's over with Yeet, as he's been over with Yeet for the longest now, it seems like Rikishi is still unhappy of how they are booking Mr. Jey Uso. It seemed like he feel like there's still something missing. Despite his win, despite how the crowd was happy, even he said himself he was happy, it seemed like there's still something missing. I don't know what Rikishi is, think that they're missing with Jey, but we agreed with him when he complained at the beginning, but now we see that there's something definitely going on with this whole issue here. But we do remember that he did have something to say prior regarding this. If you guys remember, he said this months ago about the whole Rhea Ripley mommy, how he was upset of how that would compromise his family. But it seemed like even though WWE has rectified the situation with Jey, it seemed like there's still not enough for Rikishi. But we'll see what he said then, and we'll see what he's saying now. But this is Rikishi on his podcast. Rikishi talks on his podcast about this. I think it's Rikishi off the top, Fatu, but he speaks on his son Jey Uso, and we'll see what he has to say, because he's been saying stuff for months about his son Jey Uso and the booking, everything, and every time something happens with Jey, he has a comment. Let's see what Rikishi has to say regarding this. And this is months
Gangster.
back.
Yeah, just 2.0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's moved into a new wave. And in this way, if and when the original bloodlines come through, which would be Roman, I would think the twins will probably get back, because they're not doing a damn thing with Yeet. You already see all that. What my opinion is, why, right? Why do you not push or give the most popular babyface in my eyes, be it my son or not? If the Yeet Master or the Yeet Man is over, why? How come? What is the problem? Not giving this guy, some type of title, something, win something. It'd only be good for business, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
That's what they say. It's good.
So there's Rikishi talking about Jey Uso months back about why they're not booking him. But now we know that Jey Uso is definitely Intercontinental Champion. He Rikishi was very happy when he won, but like I said, he still complained about what to do next, and it just seemed like it's one thing after another. But we'll see what Rikishi has to say about his son Jey Uso. Now this is Rikishi on his podcast once again. This time he's talking about when Jey won the Intercontinental Championship. Let's check that out.
Yeah. We're going to get your feelings. How do you feel about Jey Uso's Intercontinental win over Braun Breaker on Monday Night Raw?
I'm probably, besides Jay's son, his sons, I'm probably the number one fan of Jey right now. I'm proud to be his pops. I'm proud that the fans are proud. I don't know who was more excited. I was, or the fans, because when I, the reaction of my boy, man, you think about it. That was a long road. What is it, 15 years or 14 years? You dominate the tag team, division, and they, you know what I mean? Not knowing which way is it going to go. But you see it, the fan favorite. I mean, you see the entrance, you see the everything about the character of Jey. And for me, Jey is not a character. That is really that kid. Mm-hmm. That kid is just a lovable kid like that. You know what I mean? Talks to everybody. He's not a liability. He's not one of those troublemakers. He's a company man. He knows that, he's a good role model. He's one of those kids that, as far as for corporate, as far as for, being that community person to be able to be a role model to kids in the community or even parents in the community. I mean, he's that kid, he's been through some stuff, I mean, being a son of a wrestler and being on the road, you see a lot of stuff, man. You know what I mean? And you can either go left or go right. And so all his career, at the end of the choices that they make are their choices. And hey, he's made the right choices all the way through. And look at your new Intercontinental Champion.
Like he says, you see him now.
Hey, man.
Were you able to catch the match?
Yeah.
So what do you think of the match?
I think it was great. I was just sitting there watching these two generations.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a personal thing. I'm sure,
sir.
The Steiner brothers are very proud too as well, to be able to, it's like you go down memory lane. You know what I mean? You're sitting, you're watching, your kids go at it and so forth. And you just want them to, you kind of see, it's like I'm talking to the screen. Slow down. You know what I mean? Back up.
Right,
where's the camera? Blah, blah, blah. But I think it was great. Now, big shout out to Braun, for doing business. You know what I mean? And, I wish that kid nothing but the best. And, he's an athlete and, he's going to get his time, And when I say, get his time, I'm saying for both of these kids here, in due time, I see them holding, the championship belt, the big one, at least one time,
right?
But we'll see how far they. But a big pay-per-view though,
right?
You know what I mean? Kind of teased into like a big some type of pay-per-views. I would have loved to see some blood and you know what I mean? It's just to drive to be number one, because now
here right now, we're gonna get your feelings. How do you feel about?
And that is Rikishi speaking on his son. He is talking about the Jey Uso winning the Intercontinental Championship. We are talking about the man known as Yeet. Now, the thing about it is Rikishi, he speaks on this. Did Rikishi have a point that Jey should want on Raw or PLE? Is Rikishi making a big, huge deal out of this, or does he have a point? You know, I'll leave it up to you guys. You guys think that Rikishi had a point, or he's taking it out of proportion, or him winning on Raw was just good, or should have been on a big stage like Bad Blood? So that's what it comes down to. Should he have won at Raw like he did in California in his hometown, which he was over, or should he have won on Bad Blood PLE that we just recently had? You guys let me know in the comment section below what you think, and also in live chat. Appreciate it. That's all I have regarding Rikishi elaborates on past rants about WWE booking now that main event Jey Uso's Intercontinental Champion. I know people are tired of Rikishi complaining. He sounds ungrateful still, or some people saying he may have a point. Well, I would love to hear what you guys have to say regarding this issue. Soon to videos will pop up. You guys click the links below. You guys already know what it is at this point. It is O-U-T.
Me and Chris Benoit basically all started together, pretty much. You started a little bit earlier.
WWF, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But they pushed me to the moon, and they held you guys back. And we all started at the same time. We were wrestling each other. We were getting each other over, putting each other over. And I thought we were all going to kind of come up together. And it was like, you guys stayed behind. And it was like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, we definitely had to work harder because you already said it, Kurt. You already know the answer is that you were a WWE guy.